Welcome back. Welcome back. You're listening to The Sweet Spot, and it is Trust Yourself Thursday already. Thank you so much for your time, your attention. Thank you so much for the love and the feedback you all have been giving us. This has been an amazing series we've been doing this week. I've had the pleasure of sitting here with my great friend, KG, Kendall Glassby. He's a poet, he's a writer, he's an actor. He's also a business guru, and he is my friend.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So we find ourselves today in Trust Yourself Thursday, KG. And on Trust Yourself Thursday, we usually talk about trust or some aspect of it. And we've unpacked many, many dimensions of trust here on Trust Yourself Thursday. I'm kind of interested in your take on how is trust formed? How is it broken? And then how is it repaired? I don't know that we really actually have the answers to those things. I still, in my work, I still struggle with having pat answers for something as profound as trust. And then people tell me, well, they don't have a trust that you know, they don't see trust as important. I always say to them, look, dude, like when I got to get on a bus or a train or a plane, I'm trusting that pilot, that bus driver, and that cab ride. I'm hoping that they're together because there's an implicit trust that goes into me jumping onto this vehicle and the person who is taking me from point A to point B. Mm-hmm. When I go to a restaurant and I eat food, I don't think about it, but I'm trusting that the person in the kitchen knows what they're doing and that they're not going to do something insane and like poison my food. Not that I'm paranoid, but I actually don't even think about it. But if I'm reflecting, trust is embedded into the very fabric of what we do as humans. And of course, we can drill down to trust in our relationships and our families, where we have a deeper sense of trust in terms of the people we love and that we care about and who we hope love us and care for us. And I'm wondering, how is that formed? I'll take it in three parts. How do we build trust? How do you build trust? Like, we trust each other. How do you build trust from the KG perspective?
Yeah, that's a great question. Few things. I believe, to those that do not believe trust is important, I believe everything happens at the speed of trust, right? You mentioned riding a bus, right? The guy has the uniform on, he's at the wheel, so by default, he had to go through a number of steps to be able to sit there. I'm not going to necessarily trust that individual with doing my taxes, right? So when I think about trust isn't something that's absolute, right? There's degrees of trust. And your question was, how do you develop trust? I think you develop trust with time spent and seasons weathered. It's as simple as that. Time spent and seasons weathered. Otherwise, you're going off of gut. And, you know, we're wired that way. We're animals, right? We have to be able to identify a potential danger very quickly so that we can respond accordingly. And that is filtered down into trust. But with the complex relationships that we have is a little bit more robust, right? So that would be my response to what you asked me.
Yeah, the time spent and seasons weathered. Wow, I never even put it. This is what makes you a poet. That was just beautifully put, and I could see it very clearly, because the more familiar you become with something, the more you trust it. Even in my work, when I walk into like a new environment, if I'm walking into a new sports environment or performance environment and there are performers there, I'm thinking, they don't trust me, and I'm supposed to be the mental performance person or the psychologist, psychiatrist, whatever they call me. There's no trust there in the first few minutes, even the first few days. It takes months and weeks and years sometimes to develop that trust, and a lot of it, to your point, is the fact that I'm there every day. or I'm seen a lot, or there have been enough conversations. I had a guy one time come to me at the end of a season, and he said to me, I observed you all season, man, and I'm ready to talk to you now. And I was just completely blown away by that. Like, I'm like, what? You waited you spent an entire season observing. I didn't even know you were observing me. But again, time spent and seasons weathered. It's amazing how that works. That familiarity is such a part of it. And so I really get that point of how you need the time.
Yeah, and it's so interesting because it's one of those things where feeling and thinking is involved in that decision making, right? Because at the end of the day, if you don't make me feel safe, I'm not going to explore other aspects of trust, right? If I don't think that I can trust you, right? I'm gonna rationalize how to avoid you, right? A pal of mine, I can think of it very clearly. I will trust him with my car, keys to my car. I may trust him to drop some money off. I will not trust him in my house alone with my wife. Right? It's not an absolute thing, but we spend enough time together that I understand boundaries that he has trouble with navigating, right?
I really dig that, because in some ways when you talk about the idea of spending the time, it's not just time to get familiar so that we can trust each other. It's also time to know what the levels of trust can be with you. And you said seasons weathered. So I've seen you in various scenarios to know what your proclivities are, what your tendencies are, where your potential pitfalls might be. I think that's how you learn with other people. And also you go through scenarios with them. Well, you could trust the dude with your car keys because maybe you've loaned him the car keys, or you've seen him in those scenarios. But maybe you saw him with women or whatever, and or he talks a certain way, or there's a certain behavior that all right, this is not the guy for that. And I think that that's also important in building trust, is understanding that there are these gradients or these various levels that we're always navigating. So, okay, I understand in building that with the time, the seasons weathered, the understanding. And then how does that when trust is broken, how do people break trust? Or in your world, what's considered the ways in which trust can be broken?
Yeah, it's one of those things. Trust can take years to build trust and seconds to destroy it, right? Wow. And it really, see, when I think about, for me, trust, at the end of the day, where I come from, trust is life and death. It's life and death. Mm-hmm. And if you break that trust, if I'm put in a place where I'm basically saying I no longer feel comfortable trusting you with my life, I'm not sure that trust can be restored 100%. Mm-hmm. Right? I mean, it doesn't mean that I'm not willing to take that journey, but it is, from my experience, it's always gonna have an element of being fragile, and uncertain. So I mean, I don't want to, just write anyone off, but it really is. What I'm saying is that being a recipient of trust should not be taken lightly. There's a responsibility that comes with it. Yeah. And if you break it, let it be a really, really good reason.
Yeah, I feel like broken promises is one of the biggest ways you can really lose trust, right? Like saying you're gonna do something and not following through. It can really make people just not want to rely on you anymore,
Yes,
especially if it's repeated.
if it's repeated or if the stakes are high.
Yeah,
If the
yeah, like
stakes are high, right?
yeah, like broken promises, man. That's a big one, and that goes along with me. For me, betrayal too. Like if
Betrayal
you
is a
share,
big one.
like if you share, I give you a secret or something that is precious to me, and then you share that, or like in relationships in the work when we do with couples, a lot of times there's cheating. Like a couple there's cheating or going behind somebody's back. Like I think this idea of going behind somebody's back, the idea of sharing secrets that were considered sacred, and then or being having infidelity or all of that. I think all of that is tied in. I mean, there's broken promises. Then there's also like just straight up betrayal. As part of a common reason why I might not trust you or you may not trust someone anymore.
No, I relate to all of those. Betrayal, sharing things that are confidential.
Yeah.
Ultimately, anything compromising my physical or emotional safety, when I've been vulnerable to you, is a violation of trust. And I think it's interesting because I think how do I want to say this? I don't want to repeat, but I do think it's very easy to just grant someone trust just off of default.
Yeah.
Right? It's just I'm gonna trust you because I have no reason not to trust you.
Right.
Versus being in a position where someone actually has to earn your trust.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're always negotiating the two, depending on what type of work you need to do, right? Or spaces you have to be in.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I'm with you. And what do you think about like lying? When people lie to you, I feel like that's another one. Like if they, or dishonesty, like just being dishonest or lying. I feel like that erodes trust too over time. If you catch somebody like a straight up like lie to you.
Yeah, and people do anything the way they do everything, right? So
Say it again.
People do anything the way they do everything. Right? So you're talking about the small lies. If you tell a small lie, you're gonna tell a big lie.
Yeah.
Right? But I also think here's something interesting. There's value in trusting someone that has proven themselves to be a liar. When I need a liar, I will call on you.
When I need a liar, I'll call you. Okay, I get it. I've never heard that before.
When I need a liar, I'll call on you.
Yeah.
If that's what you have demonstrated, what you are good for.
Yeah, that's powerful. That's like real awareness and recognition.
This is also from your one of the books you referenced in one of your previous recordings, the 4 Agreements.
Oh yes, the
right?
4 Agreements, Miguel Ruiz, right? Yeah.
And he has another one, Mastery of Self.
Yes, we didn't cover that one yet. We probably should.
But he basically talks about the relationship of human to human and then human to dog, right? We have expectations of other humans, right? And sometimes they disappoint us, but a dog doesn't do anything. They don't do laundry. They don't pay any bills, right? They're a freeloading tenant. that offers consistent love.
Yeah.
But we are okay with that relationship because we trust the dog to be a dog.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. That makes so much sense. And that's going to be something I'm going to have to come back and unpack with our listeners too. But you make a great point. And that word consistency resonates with me and transitions us really to how do you rebuild the trust once it's broken? Because for me, when you said consistency, I feel as if that's how you rebuild it. Like, you have to be consistent. Like, people need, we are, as human beings, we tend to be predicted. We want to be able to predict what you do.
Right.
And that it's predictable.
Right.
Right? And that's how I can trust you, because you're going to be predictable in certain circumstances, or in the circumstances in which we exist. Can I predict you? And will that prediction be safe for me? Right? That's how trust grows. You know, because if the answer is yes, I can predict you, and yes, it's safe, like you used the word safety also, then the trust can grow. That's how we can build, because consistency is going to beat intensity every time. Intense love is nice, but consistent trust is what we really want.
Yeah. No, that's very powerful, right? So in this season of my life, I'm intentionally surrounding myself not with just people that say yes, right? But people that are going to give me that unfiltered perception and understanding of what I am presenting before them. That's the only way I see myself growing, right? I don't need someone to just agree with what I'm saying. I want a healthy, honest reflection of what I'm saying, but I also want your input. I want you to be able to speak into my life from a place of truth and honesty. And to me, that's what helps foster trust, right? Because if you can't do that, if you can't speak openly and honestly to me, right? Even if you say nothing, that can ultimately lead to mistrust, right? Because I'm presenting something that's important to me, and your guidance is, even if you know something is right and you decide not to say it, that has a potential impact. Why do I want you to be a part of my counsel?
Transparency.
Transparency, yes.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's transparency, even when it's uncomfortable. Because if I'm listening to you carefully, what you're saying is that you see, people are honest when it's easy, but it's under constraint or tension or stress that the lies come up, the distortions can kind of come up, right? And trust will only grow when you have clarity, like you say. Trust will only grow when you're clear, even when it might not feel comfortable. But if you're being honest, people learn to trust that over time. You know, because to me, that signals that there's no hidden layer underneath that I have to detect or go home and wonder about and think through. You know what I mean? You got to have alignment between, going back to your point, I think it was on Tuesday, I forget what you said, you have to have alignment between the words and the behavior.
Yeah.
And the actions and the behavior. And that seeps into trust. So if you guys didn't hear the Tuesday talk that Kendall gave us, go listen to that, because you talked about alignment between words and behavior. And even though we're in Trust Yourself Thursday, I think people don't trust what you say you value. They react to what you do and how you behave when you're under stress or there's a difficult situation. They track that. They track what your behavior reveals under constraint. They're looking at you to see, when you are under stress, who are you?
Yeah.
And is there alignment about all the things that you've said and how you behave now that we're in a stressful situation, when it's going to cost you something, your convenience, your ego, your time, something is at a cost for you? Are you the same person? And if that doesn't line up, then the trust is also broken. So okay, so building it back, repair after the rupture, repairing it after the rupture, right? This is a tough one because I'm gonna tell you something. When I've been betrayed, I ain't easy to deal with. I'll be real with you. I'm not easy to deal with. You betray me, it's a wrap.
Yeah, it's never the same.
Yeah, and I'm a Christian.
So am I. It's never the same.
And I just it sounds like an oxymoron, you know? It's like, you know, and I have to work on it because that is so hard, betrayal, coming back. And I had a pastor call me once and say, which one is worse, being abandoned or being betrayed? He had been through both, and he was wrestling with which one was. He'd been abandoned and really hurt through abandonment, and he was also betrayed. And
that's interesting. So I would choose being abandoned because we all experience it, right? At some point, even the best parents end up abandoning their child. They have to provide, they have to go to work. They can't be with the child 24/7. It is a part of the evolution of life and you and the development as you as an individual. Betrayal is a choice and it's intentional, right? And it really demonstrates the absence of care. Abandonment doesn't necessarily demonstrate the absence of care.
I like that. That's powerful. That is just a deep revelation. That for me it was betrayal. For that very reason, betrayal really gets to me on that. You know, and as Christians, people of God, you know, that is what Christ faced. It was modeled for us how to actually go through it. And still be able to say to Judas, friend, why have you come? Or to be in that place of deep forgiveness. Maybe we have to come back. Like I said, with trust is a complex one. And I really feel like, KG, we have to come back at some point to talk about forgiveness.
100%. To be able to acknowledge where you are. Because I can only speak for where I am as an individual, right? Maybe in a year or a few months from now, I may be able to say that as something that's easier for me.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm just speaking honestly from where I am right now. So I would love to come back and discuss.
Absolutely. Let's end on trust the process.
Trust the process. I love that.
And that's it for Trust Yourself Thursday here. We went in with KG, as I told you, this dude can think. We're not just going to be superficial about stuff, and we're not going to wrap things up easily. We're just going to trust the process. For science, for soul, and for success, it is the sweet spot. Stay in your sweet spot. You're having trouble with trust? Stay in the sweet spot. Keep working it out and trust the process. We'll see you tomorrow, where Kendall is going to come back and share with us his thoughts about how do you finish strong. What does it take to be a strong finisher? Okay, sweet spotters, I'll see you tomorrow. And Kendall, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.